Good morning, dear students. In the last video, we have seen about one of the organelles, that is endoplasmic reticulum. Today, we will see about ribosomes. In endoplasmic reticulum, we have seen the amount of ribosomes present on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum. That endoplasmic reticulums are referred as rough endoplasmic reticulum, and those surface area of endoplasmic reticulum which is free of ribosomes, that means where there is no ribosomes, they are considered as smooth endoplasmic reticulum, SER and RER. Now today here, where the ribosomes occur. Ribosomes are spherical and granular particles which are dense. Dense, that means which are in the bulk, which are in the mass, not hollow. They are spherical and granular particles. That means round in a shape and a solid particle, granular form, not hollow form. They are found in both prokaryotes and eukaryotes. That means well-developed nucleus organism as well as immature nucleus organisms. Both organisms in which ribosomes are present. But it is not found in mature sperms and the mammalian blood cells. That means the blood cells which are there in the mammalian groups. Mammalian groups, that means in which human beings, cow, buffalo, right? The animals which are giving birth to the young ones, they are mammalians who feed their babies on their own milk. They are mammalians. So those mammalians' blood cells, they are not having ribosomes. In the sperm cells present in the male, there also ribosomes are not found. What is its structure? It's a tiny spherical granule, but here it is shown its microscopic structure. That means which is little magnified, which is seen in the larger way. This is the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum on which the ribosome is present. This is its smaller unit, and this one, the broader one, is the larger unit. This is the RNA present on it, which is considered as the message giver. So it is messenger ribonucleic acid. Itself, this is the ribosome. Ribosomes are extremely small and round bodies. As I told, they are very small, but here this is the microscopic structure shown to you, which seems to be larger. They are composed of ribonucleic acid, R and A, and proteins. Ribosomes are made up of RNA, ribonucleic acid. Nucleic acid, it means an acid which is because of the amines, and amines, that means a product of nitrogen and hydrogen. And proteins. Proteins are a polymers, we can say natural polymers, right, which is a great chain of amine acid. Nitrogen and hydrogen, when unites together, gives amines, and that amino acids in a long chain gives formation to proteins. And we all know protein is responsible for the repair of the cell and for the growth of the cells. Indirectly, it helps in the growth of the living organisms. Ribosomes are not bounded by any membrane. There is no any special outer covering for the ribosomes. In prokaryotic cells, ribosomes are found free in the cytoplasm. The cell which is prokaryotic, that means in which nucleus is not well developed. In such prokaryotic cells, ribosomes are found freely moving in cytoplasm. We know that cytoplasm is a liquid which is between nucleus membrane and plasma membrane. Throughout the cell it is evenly filled up, and ribosomes are freely floating in this cytoplasm, especially in prokaryotic cells which are having not well developed nucleus. And in eukaryotic cells, they occur either free in cytoplasm or they are found attached to the outer surface of a rough endoplasmic reticulum. Just in the starting, I have made you recall this, which we have discussed in endoplasmic reticulum. So in eukaryotic cells, they are occurred either freely in the cytoplasm or they are found attached on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum, which is considered as rough endoplasmic reticulum. What is the function of the ribosomes? Ribosomes are the sites for the protein synthesis in a cell. In a cell of a living organisms, where the protein is prepared, where the protein is synthesized, it is prepared, it is manufactured. That work is done in ribosomes. So it is a site, it is a place. Ribosome is a site, or we can say ribosome is a place where the growth synthesizing nutrients, protein is taking place. And so they are known as protein factory of cell. Ribosomes are known as protein factory of the cell because ribosomes are the sites where the synthesis of protein in a cell is taking place. So this is about the second organelle, that is the ribosomes. And here is one more organelle, that is the mitochondria. Mitochondria, where it occurs, it is found in all aerobic eukaryotes. Again, eukaryotes, that means organisms, those who are having well-mannered, well-developed, well-organized nucleus with the nuclear membrane. And these eukaryotes are aerobic. Aerobic, that means those organisms which respire in presence of oxygen, or those organisms who need oxygen for their respiration. Those are called aerobic. So, mitochondria are found in all aerobic eukaryotes, and they are absent in mammalian red blood cells. But in mammalians' red blood cells, mitochondria are not found. Even it is not found in anaerobic protozoans and prokaryotes. Anaerobic microorganisms which falls in the category of protozoa. All those protozoans, they are anaerobic. That means they can respire in absence of oxygen. So they are anaerobic. So in this type of organisms, protozoans category, mitochondria are not found. Even they are not found in prokaryotes, those organisms in which nucleus are not well developed. In those organisms also mitochondria are not found. Mitochondrion. Mitochondria is the plural word. Mitochondrion is the singular. It means mito, that is thread, and chondrion, that is granule, as per the Latin language. Mitochondrion, either thread-like or a granule-like organisms present in the cell, which is synthesized for the releasing of the energy. And so mitochondria is a powerhouse of a cell. Ribosome is a factory of protein synthesis, as Mitochondria is the powerhouse of a cell. How is it structured? Mitochondria are small granular bodies. They are also granular, that means not hollow but a solid bodies, but their shape varies. Their shapes varies as rod shape, either cylindrical or spherical. They are thread-like organelles. Mostly they are thread-like organelles, and the number of mitochondria varies from cell to cell. It is not fixed that in this cell if the mitochondria are only 1 or 2. In the another cell it may be more than 2, more than 3. So number of mitochondria varies from cell to cell as per the size of the organisms. Each mitochondria is bounded by a double membrane. Now here ribosomes is the organelle which is not having a specific boundary, whereas mitochondria is a organelle which is bounded by double membrane. One is the outer and one is the inner membrane. The outer membrane is smooth and porous, that makes it permeable for a number of metabolites and solutes to enter and exit in and from the mitochondria. So the outer membrane, the outer covering is very smooth as well as porous, which is having very tiny pores, so that it acts as a permeable membrane. Permeable, that means which can give the permission for number of metabolites or solutes. Metabolites, that means material which are responsible for the metabolic activities. Metabolic activities, that means activities which are taking place in the living organism's cell. So these all materials which are responsible for the activities of the living organism cell are called metabolites, and they are allowed to enter in the mitochondria and to come out of the mitochondria by the outer membrane, which is smooth and porous. The inner membrane is selectively permeable to the molecules, and on the other hand, the inner membrane, it is also a permeable membrane but selectively permeable to the molecules. That means it will allow only certain molecules to enter into the inner membrane. It is pushed inwards, that means inner membrane. Inner membrane is pushed inwards at intervals, that means at particular space, not all together. We'll see the diagram so you will understand. Internal membrane is pushed inwards at intervals into the matrix, having crest or finger-like projection called cristae. जो इनर का मेम्ब्रेन है, अंदर का मेम्ब्रेन, वो थोड़ा अंदर की तरफ पुश है, और जो थोड़े थोड़े डिस्टेंस पे, दैट मीन्स एट अ पर्टिकुलर इंटरवल्स, मतलब थोड़े थोड़े डिस्टेंस पे मैट्रिक्स के अंदर, मतलब इनर मेम्ब्रेन के अंदर जो एक फ्लूइड है, स्पेशल माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया का फ्लूइड, इसको मैट्रिक्स कहते हैं, उसके अंदर उस तरह से पुश किया है नेचर ने कि उसका क्रेस्ट फॉर्मेशन हुआ है, क्रेस्ट फॉर्मेशन, और यू कैन सी फिंगर लाइक प्रोजेक्शन हो गया है, जिसको हम कहते हैं CRISTAE, cristae. Right? We will see this in the diagram so you will easily understand the structure. Cristae increases the surface area of the inner membrane several times than the outer membrane. Cristae hai, see here, this is the outer membrane, right? This is the inner membrane. See this inner membrane, it is pushed inside, and at a regular interval. You can see this to this one interval, then this is one more distance, this is another distance, this is another distance. So at regular intervals they are pushed, and this is the matrix, the inner fluid, and they have taken a shape as a crest, or this crest you can say a finger like projection. For this particular interval, this is one finger. For this projection, this is one finger. For this projection, this is one finger. For this projection, this is one finger. So you can say that it is taking a finger like projection, and this is nothing but a crystal which is filled with the matrix, a mitochondrial fluid. This is the intermediate, that is inner membrane space. This little spherical helical elongated shape is the diribonucleic acid, deoxyribonucleic acid, that is DNA. These are small granules, ribosomes. This is a material, that is oxysomes, which are synthesizing ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which are responsible for providing the energy, right? And you can see that inner membrane is now folded one. So if we consider it as open figure, then the inner membrane is several times bigger than the outer membrane, because outer membrane is just out covering, whereas inner you can see it has taken a place or position as a folded structure, and so if you open this whole structure, it will be several times larger than the outer membrane, right? So once again, cristae increase the surface area of the inner membrane several times than the outer membrane. The mitochondrial matrix contains proteins, lipids that means fat molecules, circular DNA, diribonucleic acid, and ribonucleic acid. The inner membrane contains ATP synthesizing machinery, that is ATP synthesizing materials, adenosine triphosphate material. What are the functions? Mitochondria are the site for the cellular respiration. All organelle of the cell, they are taking the respiration, or they are undergoing the respiration process with the help of the mitochondria. They are minute biochemical factories, as they are the organelle of the cell, and cell is the basic structure of the living organism. That means biological factor, and certain chemicals are reacting with it. So it is a small minute biochemical factories where food molecules are oxidized. So whatever the food is entering in this mitochondria, they are oxidized. They are getting addition of oxygen to them and separates as carbon dioxide and water, and energy is released. Even in our chemistry we say that when carbon dioxide gas is releasing, it releases the heat energy. So here also energy is released. This energy is stored in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Whatever the energy is released in this process, in this factory, it is stored as ATP. The ATP is synthesized inside mitochondria. So whatever the ATP, adenosine triphosphate material is here synthesized and stored, that is providing energy for all the cellular activities. Whatever the activities is being taking place in the cell by different organelles, these all are getting energy from this synthesized ATP in the mitochondria, and so mitochondria is known as powerhouse of the cell. They also help in the synthesis of several biochemicals, not only in synthesizing the energy, but they are also responsible for synthesizing cytochromes, steroids, fatty acids, chlorophyll, and phospholipids. These are the certain biochemical compounds which are responsible for the growth of our cell, and out of the different enzymic biochemicals, certain are here which are synthesized in mitochondria: cytochromes, steroids, fatty acids, chlorophyll, and phospholipids. So these are all been synthesized in the mitochondria, and the main thing is the cellular respiration and synthesis of the energy in the form of ATP and